Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tau santoshayata santo srila rupa sanatano dakshinatyena bhattena punareta dvivichyate tasyadyam grandhanalekam krantavyutkranta khanditam paryalocyatha paryayam krutva likhati jivakaha. So today we are going to discuss that Kesha Avatara. We are seeing actually here some text is missing. That's why some problem is coming here. Atayat prabhasa khande keshasya balatvamev cha tat sitimnah kalakruta palita lakshanatvamev cha darshitam tasya saririnam शुष्क वैराग्य प्रतिपादना प्रकरण पतितत्वेन सुरमात्र निर्जरता प्रसिद्धत्वेन च अमुक्यार्धत्वात् न स्वार्थे प्रामाण्यम. So this is actually yesterday also we have seen. I am going back once again. Everyone is opening and seeing that. Till now what we have seen, this Kesha. In Vishnu Purana, we are seeing that Lord Vishnu is plucking out two hairs, and from there, so Krishna and Balaram, they are manifesting. So there we should not take that Krishna and Balaram are manifesting exactly from the Keshas, from the hair, but Krishna is just that Leela, that sentence is indicating that it's so easy to, for Vishnu, it's so easy to maintain this creation. Or otherwise we took another way. So this Krishna and this white and black hair are representing that these both Krishna and Balaram are so respectable. They are for Vishnu also. They should worth enough to keep them on the head. That kind of meaning we have seen. But in the Prabhasa Kanda, we are seeing that Prabhasa Kanda of the Skanda Purana, we are seeing that these black hair and white hair are representing the white hair of the Krishna and Balaram. Here actually Babaji is writing here, some text is missing here. In the Prabhasa Kanda, what text is there and why Jiva Goswami is speaking here like this, that exactly text is not found by him also. He is writing. Understand? So, but the meaning is like this. Here we are seeing the essence you should try to grasp. In the Prabhasa Kanda Skanda Purana, we are seeing that what? Krishna's hair is becoming white. No Krishna here in the Prabhasa Kanda. Like that he took. Not Vishnu, Krishna he took. And this Krishna's hair is becoming white is indicating that if Krishna is such a magnanimous personality, he is getting the old age. Then what to speak of Jivatma, and you will also subjected by the time, and you will be going to subjected to various changes. That sense you should take actually. In that sense, it is said. It's not that the Krishna's body is also transformed by the time, and he is also getting the old age. That meaning you should not take. Like that, like here Babaji is explaining actually. So that means in the Prabhasa Kanda, we are seeing that Lord's hair is becoming white. Maybe that is Krishna or Vishnu, whoever, because we are sometimes hearing the alternatively names. So Krishna only is the subject matter, and Vishnu in all of in the 10th canto also many places you'll be seeing the, so Hari did this, like that also coming. So that's why here whose hair is becoming white, that's not a problem, either Krishna or Vishnu, it's okay. But here Lord's hair is becoming white. What it is indicating? It is indicating that Jivatma is such a personalities are subjected to that. That means here the glory of the, that means this prasanga, if you see what prasanga, you know that prasanga is about the Sushka Vairagya, Saririnam Sushka Vairagya Pratipadana Prakaranam. Prakarana Patitatvena. People who are getting the dry renunciation. So for them, so that prasanga is about, this is Skanda Purana, and in that Prabhasa Kanda is there. In this Prabhasa Kanda, so about the Jivatmas, Jivas dry renunciation is discussed. So in this context, it is said that Hari or Krishna. You can take Hari's or Krishna's hair is becoming white. It is indicating what? It indicates Jiva, be alert and don't leave the Sushka renunciation. Really you renounce and make your life perfect. Otherwise, be alert, make your life perfect. Make your life perfect. Otherwise, you are subjected to old age and so and so. This will be repeated. So Vishnu is getting this, then what to you? That means what? It doesn't mean it doesn't mean actually Vishnu is getting. That means big people also getting, and you are also subjected to time. You are also changed. Example is in that in the Garuda Purana also we are seeing, just to glorify the karma, it is said that karma is making Brahmaji as a potter. And karma is making Vishnu to take the various avatars, Dasha avatars. Karma is making Shiva as a beggar. Then what about you? Understand? That means what? Now karma is subjected. That means karma is also playing, is showing its influence on the Vishnu. Like that we should take? No. In the Garuda Purana, we are seeing example. Yoga Goswami is giving that example. Yes? Understanding? Ananta?
Yes, Prabhuji.
I am not able to hear.
Yes, Prabhuji, understand, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So, Garuda Purana statement is example. So that means Skanda Purana, we are taking Kesha as Kesha only, and Vishnu hair only is becoming white. And that is also is indicating. And one more, how can you say, so this Hari's hair is becoming white. It indicates Jiva, and you should not take here main meaning. You should not take this sentence as it is. Vishnu's hair is becoming white. That real meaning, that main meaning you should not take. Mukhya ardha you should not take. What is the reason? Because we are hearing even demigods. Even demigods don't get white hair. If demigods don't get white hair, then how Vishnu will can get? Because many times we are seeing all the demigods are going and taking shelter of the Vishnu, and he is obviously, that is proving Vishnu is superior to all the demigods. And if demigods don't get any white hair, then how Vishnu will get white hair? And we see demigods don't have this old age. Then how can you say Vishnu is having the old age? So that's why you should not take main meaning, mukhya ardha you should not take. There is no pramana. That means this sentence is swarthe na pramanam. This sentence is not proof to give its own meaning. You should not take because of this reason. Even demigods' hair is not white. Okay. Suramatra nirjarata aprasiddhatvena. Demigods, they don't get any white hair. Cha amukyartatvat na swardhe pramanyam. Just to show the example, this Garuda Purana statement is given. Okay. Now, in Garuda Purana statement, what we are seeing? In Garuda Purana statement, we are seeing because of karma, Vishnu is getting Dasha avatars. We'll take this. Because of karma, Vishnu is getting the avatars. Dasha avatars. That means he's getting Dasha avatars means Matsya avatara, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha. This statement is also not correct. This statement is also not correct. Means you should not take main meaning of this statement. If you take main meaning of this statement, that means Vishnu is also subjected to karma. He is also influenced by the karma. That means some people, they try to take, if you want to take main meaning, then what you have to take? Dasha avatars means Matsya avatara means you should take Matsya. Vishnu is becoming fish. Vishnu is becoming tortoise. Vishnu is becoming pig. Vishnu is becoming so and so horse. So like this. That means avatara word Dasha. That means Matsya avatara word you are replacing with the Matsya. That means because of karma, Vishnu is becoming fish and Vishnu is becoming tortoise. This kind of meaning you are trying to take. Then that means words are equal. Equal words are used. For avatar also Matsya is used. And just in the material space, in the material world, that animal is also Matsya is used. So of course same names are there. But just they are same names, and also can you say the same meaning? Then if you take same names, so they are having the same names, and that's why if you say I will take same meaning, then it is a cheating. Chalaha. Example is given. What is that? Dustaraha flower, Dustaraha fruit. That Dustaraha fruit and gold. Dustaraha means gold also. Dustaraha means that fruit also. Can you compare these two? Can you say now the gold and Dustara are same. It's wrong, na? You take those fruits and give the gold then. That's the point. It's a chalaha. So to give main meaning, what they do? They take Matsya Avatara as Matsya. That is a problem. So like this, how the deceptive statement that is explained. So then Skanda Purana, why it is speaking like this? We'll go to the next. Kincha tat pratipadana, this is over actually. Matsyavatadyavataranam Matsyadi Sabda Samanya Chalokti. This is Chalokti actually. Because of karma, he is taking, Vishnu is getting the Matsya. Is becoming Matsya. So Avatara word, when can you say that? When you replace this Matsya Avatara is equal to Matsya. That means so that's a Kanaka Dauratnyam Nirvaktum Kena. That is example. Now Shivasastriyatvacha Natra Vaishnava Siddhanta Viruddhasya Tasya Upayogaha. One more point we are saying. So that's why according to the Skanda Purana, Vishnu's hair is becoming white. So this part of where it is in the Skanda Purana. In the Skanda Purana and other Puranas, anything going against to the Vishnu Vaishnava Siddhanta, if anything is going against to the Vaishnava Siddhanta, that should not be taken. There is no use. There is no use of this statement actually directly. It is not a philosophical statement actually. You cannot bring any Siddhanta. Yeah. So any statement in the Skanda Purana is going against to the Vaishnava Siddhanta, and that is not having any utility. There is no utility. So that's why these kind of statements, you should not bother about this. This is teaching only some niti. That means what kind of niti we are getting? One should renounce seriously and make life perfect. That much niti only we have to get from this. You should not establish Siddhanta by this. You should get only some morality. That is the point. In any Purana which is going against the Vaishnava Siddhanta, any Purana I am not concluding now, but first Skanda Purana I am saying. Any Purana also will come slowly. Step by step will go. In the Skanda Purana, anything is going against the Vaishnava Siddhanta. So that's, yeah. So that's why Purvapakshi may try to establish Hari's hair is becoming white, and that's why he is also subjected to the time, and he is also human being, or otherwise he is a material. His body is material. So, but that is not going to be accepted, because in that same Skanda Purana, Skanda, Lord Shiva is saying to the Shanmukha, that means his son Kartikeya, what he is saying, Prati Shivena. So Skanda Heva Shanmukham Prati. So in the Skanda Purana, Shanmukha, towards the Shanmukha, towards Kartikeya, Shiva is saying, Shiva Shastropi Tadgrahyam Bhagavat Shastra Shastra Yogiyat. Shastropayogi or Yogiyat. Bhagavat Shastra Shastropayogi, I think. I don't know, so we have to see that. So anyway, so Lord Shiva is saying, even in the Skanda Purana, you should take those Siddhantas, those statements which are going favorable to the Vaishnava Siddhanta. If that statement is not favorable to the Vaishnava Siddhanta, you should not consider, you leave it. You should get just some morality from that. Some moral principles or something you should understand from that. Huh? Maybe in the okay, sometimes even in this main Purana only we should see. Okay, anyway, that is the meaning actually. Anyatha Anyatatparyakatvena swataha tatra apramanyat eduktam cha etat yatha pankena pangambaha. So that's why see these all Puranas, whatever are there, other Puranas, they are not having any Siddhanta in that. Other Puranas, they don't have any Siddhanta themselves. They are not to establish any Siddhanta by their own. They are there just to support. In that also, whatever is favorable to the Bhagavatam, that much you should take, remaining everything, leave it. Anyatatparyakatvena. So swataha tatra apramanyat. That means these Puranas are not going to establish something as a supreme truth, and they are not proof for that. No, he is going away. Bhagavad is saying this. We wait. Yatha pankena pankambaha itivat. Apramanyat yuktam cha etat. Yatha pankena pankambaha. You see 1:8:52. It's a very important point. This is. It will open the new doors of thinking. ऐसा भी होता है क्या? So yatha pankena pankambha suraya va surakrutam bhuta hatyam yathaivevam na yagnair marshtumarhati. So as it is not possible to filter muddy water through mud, or purify wine stained pot with wine, you take the wine bottle and you try to clean that wine bottle with the wine. Is it possible? Mud water is there and you are mixing mud to clean that mud. What you should mix to clean the mud? You should mix alum, not the mud. If you mix mud in that muddy water to clean mud, then it will become more muddy. So it is not possible to counteract the killing of men by sacrificing animals. That is anyway. That is there. That is here. That example we take. This Shastra, which is not having any authority, is not going to establish anything by its own, any Siddhanta. Like muddy water cannot clean by mud. So muddy water cannot be cleaned by that mud. Or similarly, so wine bottle cannot be cleaned by the wine. Similarly, these Shastras, Skanda Purana and these Shastras are not going to establish any other thing as Siddhanta, because they are not themselves having any Pramanyata. Whatever spoken in that, there is no pramanata in that. There is no authority in that. You see, अन्यतात्पर्यकत्वेन स्वतः तत्र अप्रामाण्यात्. Anyataatparikatveena means, let us take, this is a Skanda Purana. Okay, this is not going to establish some X, because swataha, why it is not going to establish something as something? Why this Skanda Purana is not going to establish something? Because swataha tatra apramanyat. It is not self-evident. It is not self-evident. But Bhagavatam is what? Is self-evident. अरे इसको एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए और कोई चाहिए, और ये जाके क्या एस्टैब्लिश करेगा? समझ रहे हैं? ये खुद का ठिकाना नहीं है और दूसरों को एस्टैब्लिश करेगा, ये बात है सिंपल वर्ड्स में. Itself, it establishes something. जैसा मडी वाटर मड है, वो तो मड जाके वो क्लीन करेगी. It needs something to, that means muddy water needs something to clean. It cannot become by clean itself. Then what kind of cleaning will to do others? But Bhagavatam, what we established? Not Amal Purana. It is Chakravarti and it is self-evident. It doesn't need any other one to establish. It is independent. And it is going to say about others. Emperor means he is independent. Chakravarti means what? King. King means what? King is not dependent on anyone. That is the meaning. But ये king है क्या दूसरों को कुछ बोलने के लिए? Okay. They don't have, they are not self-evident. They are not established scriptures to establish something. खुद खड़े नहीं हो गए और दूसरों को खड़ा कर देंगे, नहीं है ना? वही बात. जब सरक रहे आप खुद और दूसरों को बचाने के लिए आप हाथ फंसा रहे, तो
it means whenever we quote the Shastra from Skanda Purana and other Puran, so without taking base on Bhagavatam, so it can be sometime it is not established, like
it is not going to establish anything. You want to understand Bhagavatam, anything, the Siddhanta which is favorable to the Vaishnavism, that only you should take. Other thing you take only it is moral story, some niti. Is very important actually. That Purana और भी बहुत आएगा. रुको. पाद्मोत्तर खंडे च शिव प्रतिपादकानां पुराणानामपि तामसत्वमेव दर्शितम्. So in this Padmottara Khanda we are seeing Shiva Pratipadakanaam Purananaamapi Tamasattvameva Darshitam. Whoever, so in the Padma Purana we are studying that the scriptures which are establishing Shiva, they are all Tamasa. Tamasattvameva Darshitam. Matsya api, even in the Matsya Purana also, Tamasa Kalpa Katha Mayatvam iti. Even in the Matsya Purana also, so Puranas also divided into based upon three. What are the three? Kalpas. So, Sattvika, Rajasika, Tamasika. Based upon those Kalpas, stories are divided. So Matsya Purana comes under the Tamasic Kalpa Katha. So Brahmaji's days are divided into various kalpas. And some are sattvic, some are rajasic, and some are tamasic. So stories belonging to the tamasic kalpa are compiled as Matsya and so on. So that's why Matsya story is also tamasic. So in that anything is favorable to the Vaishnava Siddhanta, you take, otherwise leave it. Tattva Sandrabha. He is writing, Jiva Goswami writing. Said in the Matsya Purana it is said. His kalpas are divided, Puranas are divided based upon this. Huh? Tamas Purana. Yuktam cha tasya वृद्धसूतस्य श्री भागवतम अपठितवतः श्री बलदेव अवज्ञातुः श्री भगवत तत्व असम्यक ज्ञानम ज्ञानजम वचनम एवं वदन्ति. So actually who is narrating this story? That means Vishnu's hair is becoming white. Who is telling this? That old Suta. Old Suta. Young Suta, old Suta. Young Suta is saying Srimad Bhagavatam to Saunaka Rishi. He's a son Suta. He's a father Suta. So old Suta is not a devotee actually. Because he was killed by Baldev, Balaram. He doesn't know manners. So he didn't get up from Asad. When Lord came, he's feeling himself as great. So he's like, okay, calm. You all know this story from the 10th canto. So Balaram killed this and Bhagavatam apatitavataha. There is no trace that only the before that means Bhagavatam is written, Puranas are given to his father only. But at that time, this Bhagavatam, main Bhagavatam was not there. After that, he compiled actually. So that's why this guy didn't hear Bhagavatam. This old Sota didn't hear Bhagavatam. He didn't study. That is something he is discussing. He is Purana Acharya only. But when he segregated 4 Vedas, Puranas, after that immediately he distributed. But he was not happy. Then Vasudev did the meditation. That is the story, na, actually. That means what? This old Vyasa doesn't have the, old Sutta doesn't have the new version of Bhagavatam. New version of Bhagavatam first given to the Sukadeva Goswami. Then Sukadeva Goswami started speaking. There in that assembly, son Sutta was there, young Sutta. So that says Jiva Goswami is saying, so this Sutta didn't study Bhagavatam, and also he didn't know the who is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he doesn't know Bhagavad Tattvam. If he knows Bhagavad Tattvam, immediately he could have got up from his Vyasasana when Balaram came. So that's why he doesn't know that also. So that person is speaking, Lord's hair is becoming white. Okay. So that means he doesn't know Siddhanta. So that's why that's okay. That kind of person is speaking this kind of statements, okay. Because in the Bhagavatam we are seeing Evam Vadanti Rajarshe Rashaya Kecha Na Anvitaha. You see? 10th canto 77, 30th chapter. 10th canto 77 chapter 30th sloka. 1077:30. एवं वदंती राजर्षे, ऋषयः इस प्रकार कहते हैं. Such is the account given by some sages. Some sages they say like this. What they say? Oh wise king, what they say? Those who speak in illogical way are contradicting themselves, having forgotten their own previous statements. These rishis, sometimes they want the statement they made previously, they forget and they speak contradiction to their own statements which are spoken previously. This is happening. This happens. Who is saying? Bhagavad is saying. So that means Bhagavad is proof to say this old Sutta, he can do that kind of mistake. To say that also, we are using Bhagavad as a pramana. So that means sages can be doing mistake. Arsha pramana can have the mistake. How can you say? This is a proof. Because king is saying, emperor is saying. Yeah. Na anvitaha. That means they will go illogical to their statements. So like this, yeah, he doesn't know properly Siddhanta and what he spoke and what he in the Skanda Purana, these rishis only speaking, na? What he spoke, who knows? So etadrisha Sri Bhagavata Vakyena Swaviruddha Puranantara Vachana Bhadanam cha. Sri Bhagavata Vakyena Swaviruddha Puranantara Vachana Bhadanam cha. Also we can see one more thing. So from this we can say, by the statement of Bhagavatam, that means what is that sloka? Rajarsher. Evam vadanti Rajarsher. From this, by this statement of Bhagavatam, we can say, if any statements are going contradiction to their, so then by the strength of the Bhagavatam statement, you can reject all those. Huh? Swaviruddha Puranantara Vachana. That means other Puranas, you see, these are all other Puranas. And this is the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam statement is Evam Vadanti. By the strength of this statement, if other Puranas, they are going contradiction to themselves, then you can reject those by this sentence of this Bhagavatam. कोई भी पुराण, एक ही एम्परर रहते हैं. एक किंगडम में कितना एम्परर्स रहते हैं? चक्रवर्ती कितना रहते हैं? एक बस. कोई रहती तो बाकी लोग राजा बनेंगे बस, एम्परर तो नहीं बन सकते. मिनिस्टर फिनिस्टर जो भी बनो, राजा तो एक ही है, इस चक्रवर्ती. इसीलिए that's why he gave the name of Chakravarti, Jiva Goswami. So you see, even we are seeing in the Rig Veda also by some sages this kind of statements. Even in the Rig Veda, what is said? Yatheha karma jito lokaha kshiyate. So you see in the Rig Veda, what is that? Evam yatheha karma jito lokaha kshiyate. 816. In 816 it is that karma jita lokaha. That means any loka, any planet achieved by the karma. That is what? Swarga. Swarga is achieved by the karma only or not? Yes. So karma jitaha lokaha kshiyate. That means it finished, get destroyed. So Swarga is destroyed. This is a statement in 816. And after that 843, 48.3. What it is saying? Apama somam amruta abhuma. So drink. We drink. Soma means nectar in, that's a Swarga. The drink in the Swarga is Soma. Drink Soma. And Amruta Abhuva. And become immortal. Already that Swarga is destroyable. And he is saying that next statement is coming, and so you go to there and you go to Swarga and drink the Somrasa and become immortal. So this is contradictory. It is destroyable and it is saying Amrutam, immortal. Both are contradictory to each other. So it is first he said, that means previous statement. This is 816. It is 848.3. So this statement is going against the first statement. So this kind of things happens actually. So then this statement is hampered. Is hampered by this. Is baditam bhavati. This is not having any value. Ityadi vachana bhadanavat gne. Like this. Yeah. Atrapi yat swavachah virudyate. Just examples he is giving. So something, that means sages, if they speak something first and viruddha, so in that case, that kind of statements have no value. They are not having any value. That is happening in the case of Skanda Purana also. That old Sota is speaking. Lord's hair is becoming white. Atrapi yat swa vacho virudyate nyonam te na smarantyuta iti yukti sadbhavah drishyate. Even in the Bhagavad it is said 10:77-30. In that same chapter. Yat swavacha virudyate nyonam. They are swavacho, that means they are contradicting their own sentences. Nonam te na smaranti. That means they are not able, having forgotten their own previous statements. So from this, tatra tatreva atmanah sandigdhatvame tena sutena venjitam. So that means finally we are seeing, even in the Rigveda we have seen contradiction, and similarly, so we can finally what we say, this old Suta, whatever he said, is sutena venjitam sandigdhatvam tatra eva atmanah sandigdhatvam tena sutena venjitam. That means Suta is speaking, this Hari's hair is becoming white. That means Suta is confused. It is ultimately, this is the conclusion. Because these sages, Bhagavad is saying, sages, they get confusion and they speak contradiction to their, by forgetting the previous statements. So this is also, is somewhere Suta spoke Vishnu as Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then he said his hair is becoming white. He doesn't know properly Siddhanta. And he can, it is indicating his confusion. Achintyaha kalu ye bhavaha nantansakena yod ityadina. So that's why Sutta is explaining the Skanda Purana. Krishna's is the Kesha Avatara. Krishna is manifesting from the hair of the Vishnu, or otherwise Vishnu's hair is becoming white. All these are all out of confusion only he spoke. And also those kind of statements of Skanda Purana, we don't bother actually. They are viruddha to the Vaishnava Siddhanta. And Shiva himself told, if something is viruddha to Vaishnava Siddhanta, we should not. First thing is what is against the Vaishnava Siddhanta, we should not take. That is okay. But people will ask then why Sutta spoke like that? Then we are saying he's confused. And he doesn't know Siddhanta properly. Ultimately what he's saying. That guy confused actually. Already got punishment also, na?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
See that
Ah.
Brahma, he is telling to Narad,
Ah.
so by the mercy of the Lord, my word is never go wrong.
Ah.
Brahmaji is saying to the Narad, my word
Which
is
sloka?
in 7th canto, 7th chapter, I think.
Seventh
chap-
canto.
Second
Canto.
second canto.
कच्ची में मनुष्य मिशे गति
Number bro.
नव
Nabharati. Acha. Maybe also. That's not from the second canto.
Second canto only.
But not from here. Another chapter. Or maybe in the 5th chapter, I think.
Yeah, maybe 5th or 7 something. So so big what point I am trying to make from that. So Brahma also even knows that even his word may go wrong. That the sense is coming na, by that sloka, by the Lord's mercy, my word will never go wrong. So the
Where is that sloka number? निकालिए. अरे 7th चैप्टर में कहाँ है यार? वो सब लीला अवतार है. अच्छा, न भारती मेंगा मृषोपलक. हाँ. Tell me.
possibilities is there. That's what it. So that we can understand that this rishis words also can go wrong.
Okay. But the purport will not go wrong. Actually, you cannot compare rishis with Brahmaji. But that person clearly Jiva Goswami is saying, na, Bhagavatam apatataha. He didn't study the Bhagavatam. He doesn't know Siddhanta. And he's just rishi. He is not a devotee. Like that he is. So that you cannot compare Brahmaji and with this. Even so, exalted devotees also, they may sometimes some kind of mistake may happen, but that you should not take into account actually. But purport will be the perfect. Like that means sometimes Guru Maharaj, so they may be, so he's forgetting something or something is happening. Then he is not pure devotee. That's not the actual criteria. Yeah. Okay. So Ananta, huh?
Give the right, give the wrong conclusion.
Round conclusion. Even Prabhupada also, so many mistakes we are seeing in the books. So what? Prabhupada is not perfect. Perfection is not measured by the this kind of skills actually. Yeah. Yeah. Ananta.
Prabhuji, this Puranas are mainly Vyasadev is writing, na? Just Sutta Swami is speaking.
What?
So, like this Puranas, all Skand Puran and all other Puranas, that is mainly done by Vyasadev, na?
Vyasadeva only
Sutta
wrote.
Swami is speaking.
Yes.
So, indirectly, it seems like in Vyasadev, he did some mistake kind of thing.
Vyas
Like,
just
here we
compiled.
are telling
Vyasdev didn't write anything by his own. Vyasdev
from
is
here
not
we
a
are,
writer, he's a compiler.
Oh.
Whatever that is spoken, whatever is spoken by the Sota Goswami, so that is compiled. Like you see, Vishnu Purana is spoken by Parasar. Parasar is speaking, and what compile who did? Vyasdev did, like that.
oh.
Like
But
Sukadeva Goswami
these all
speak,
statements are from Vedas,
huh?
from that from Yajur Vedas only. These all statements are there, and we have divided in 18 Puranas.
You see, in Yajurveda, someone is calling you are a dog or you are something. That will be there or not, that will be noted or not. If Yajurveda is having conversation and someone is scolding each
Yes.
other, that conversation is there.
Mm.
In that will be noted or not.
Yes, Guruji, that will.
Like that, in Yajurveda, some confused person's speech is there.
Oh. Now I understood.
Huh. Yeah. So that means some people confused and he can speak, and that is only, everything is noted only, na? It's not that in the everywhere everyone is speaking perfectly. So in that Skanda Purana, so our Sota is speaking, but he spoke wrongly. That's the point. But Skanda Purana compiled by the Vyasa, it's no matter. He's recording everything. He is not putting his brain into that. He's just recording what is happening. And some people spoke wrongly, then he'll write the same thing only. Na? Why he will change? Noting. No, that's all. Like you see, some accident happened and news report is writing. He will, oh, I don't like accident and I will not note it as an action, but I will make it as a marriage. It will work? No, no. ये क्या कर तू रुको कहाँ चले गए उसके बाद एडिटिंग बहुत कर दी वो लोग बहुत किए ये अलग है लेकिन Vyasa didn't do any editing. He just took this. But still they will also maintain same purport. No, they don't change. Yeah, that is the point. His point is they don't change. Yes. Your point is okay. Okay, so we'll see tomorrow remaining thing. So we'll see from other scriptures also how they are all not establishing the भाई तो बहुत बड़ा